Hello again, everybody. It's me, TONIK TZW, here in the Tier 5 Premium Japanese Destroyer, the Shinonome. And this one is called Spot, Capture, Kill, Repeat, doing the job the way it's meant to be done. And I've said it many times on videos before that the mantra of Destroyer players should always be Spot, Capture, Kill. That is your job, and that is what you should be doing. We're going to have a quick look at the team list here and see what we're up against. This is an old replay. I think it's it's pre Tier 7 Weimar. Look, there's a Tier 6 Weimar, which tells you how old this game is and how much of a backlog I've got of videos. But we're here, we're on air cap, we're very stealthy, we've got torpedoes. There's only one destroyer in each game. However, there is also an aircraft carrier, and that is something to be very wary of. Now, as far as ships go in this game, what am I worried about? Nuremberg, Leander, and of course the Weimar, because that Weimar at Tier 6 was massively OP, which is why it's now a Tier 7. So ideally, if we were to get that Weimar spotted like that, then every single ship on the map should be shooting at that and trying to get rid of him, because he is absolutely nasty. Now we have a Nagato pushing out here as well, hard for the cap. I think they're wanting to rush and try and use the Weimar as backup to get me spotted. It's very obvious where the destroyer is on this map. We're going to put torpedoes down the side of there. We're also going to put some across there, hoping that the Weimar might sail into them, but he just drops out of range. Now, I have got a cup of tea on the go this morning, so I might mute the mic and take a sip just to keep the old vocal cords lubricated while we do the talk through. You'll realise there that I made a little bit of a mistake in my speed and I ran off the capture point, and I was like, oh dear, what am I going to do now? Now those ships have got the opportunity to get in on the cap, and that is costing us time and it's costing us points, because if you look, B cap is completely uncontested and the enemy team have also pushed into C cap. Now we've hit that Yamato. We've taken a bit of health off him. The ships behind us are putting fire on. The New Mexico is also there, but we are contested. And often there is no point in sitting just contesting a cap. I need to make a decisive move. I'm asking the guys to pound that Weimar. If they can't get shots on these guys, they need to be pounding that Weimar. And as he is coming back in, I am not going to contest this cap anymore. I'm going off it. Our engine boost is activated. We are going YOLO. This could be a win it or bin it, because that Nagato is going to heal and he's also going to get will to rebuild off the New Mexico. And you can see literally I can't spam anymore. Shoot the damn Weimar, shoot the damn Weimar. But no, they're not going to. So I am going to try and open up this side of the map. This is pre concealment mod for battleships as well, so I know that I'm probably playing with a 3-kilometer detection range, but speed and surprise is going to be my weapon here, not just the torpedoes that I'm firing. We're going to run the smoke, run out on these guys. There we go. I get spotted. New Mexico is there. We put the first set out at him. We know that that Yamato is running into the rock. He isn't going anywhere. So we put the second salvo at him and a third set at the New Mexico. And he is going to go out for a double strike with a detonation. So that was a risky but decisive play, because everybody on this map knows where I am. We are going to turn back in on this cap. I still can't say shoot the Weimar, but it now looks as though they are shooting the Weimar, which is always an absolute blessing. But it looks like they're firing HE. Honestly, get an AP salvo into him and absolutely delete him. Red team have control of one cap in the middle there, B cap. We have killed a few more ships, or one more ship than they have. Now it's time to turn this cap and try and pull the points advantage even further in our favour, because we can't rely on kills to win the game. This Weimar at tier 6 is an absolute nightmare. As I said, it was an old game. There's a reason it's in tier 7 now, and it's the reason that a lot of people got a refund and not many people like to play it these days. Because at tier 7, yeah, you're up against tier 8. Yeah, you can be spanked around a little bit now, can't you, Weimar? I know, I've taken mine out to tier 7. It's playable, but yeah, I think you can be outclassed in many places. But because these guys are sailing into the cap behind me, that we just keep getting the cap reset. I get bored of these guys trying to shoot him, and I put fire on myself. I don't know why they're firing HE at him. It should just be one AP salvo. I knock a gun out on him. But we take a full cap for ourselves. We are now going to push round. The Weimar is pushing back, or pulling back, so we are going to push round and get onto B cap. The carrier is still out there. There is still a destroyer out there as well. So we take a short pause as we sail around to B cap. I'm playing full concealment here. We see the destroyer. He's half health, so points wise, hit points wise, I've got a bit of an advantage, but I lack the reload that he has, and so I'm looking for some support. That Weimar is obviously still being an annoyance to all of those guys, and they have become target fixated. He takes out the Bayern with an arsonist. We lose another ship. It is now 5 plays 4. We are at a disadvantage by over 200 points. We were ahead, but I'm going to do what I can to pull this back. I'm going to try and keep this Weimar spotted. He is my closest target. This is where I'm just saying to the carrier, hey, look, mate, pull up the side of the map, because there's a chance there's a destroyer going to come round the back of the map for you. It's not a position you want to be. Move with the team, support the team, and you'll get your planes back quicker as well. So using twist and track or perceptive, I know that that Weimar is still my closest target. There's something across there on C. I'm not contested on B yet, but I can see that there are planes coming in. We're going to just look at putting a widespread across there to try and deter anybody from wanting to push through. But we do get spotted. We take the cap, and we're just waiting to see if somebody shoots. Yeah, like that Weimar, look. Yep, if we got rid of him very early in the game, then he wouldn't be shooting at me now, would he? But they still can't take care of him. I see the gator. I bring my guns round. I'm no longer spotted by the planes. I don't know who shot all them down, or whether they just stopped bothering me. But the gator is out there. He's pushing in with a Bayern. We still haven't seen their carrier. But there is a cruiser out there, and they are just going to continue to keep pushing towards the back of the map, trying to take care of that Weimar. I've got my guns ready. There we are. It's a gator. I'm gun guns. I miss completely. Well, pretty much completely. He's got the reload on me. I know he's firing torpedoes, given how long it's taken him to get his guns on the go. We get him killed, and we are going to back up. I see shots coming from the left. I didn't know there was a ship out there, but it is a Leander, and he has now revealed himself. We have got 3 kills. We've got 2 solo caps. I'm staying hidden for the time being, because I want my torpedoes to be ready for that Bayern. I want to see what he does. Lo and behold, he's got HE loaded. That is not a good sign for me. If there's a destroyer left on the map and you know that he's hunting you, you want to make sure that you have armor piercing, sorry, not armor piercing, high explosive loaded to give yourself a chance. We put one salvo out there. We know that he has damage cont, so we're going to try and look for another fire. We've got a little bit of time left on our smoke screen, and whereas I thought he was going to run into us, he's actually turning away. And there's the fire we've been looking for. That is going to tick, but the torpedoes connect. That is 4 kills. Now, because I still don't trust these guys to take care of a win, we are ahead on points now. And even though that Leander there is low health, I want to make sure that we have enough of an advantage to be able to take the win home on this one. The carrier has still got planes buzzing around. The Leander is taking shots at me, look. The carrier is trying to bomb me, but I am going to get into these islands and onto these cap, and I'm going to start trying to get this turned, because even if I get killed on this cap, all the time that I am sat on it means that red team are not accruing points for it. So think about those points and the timer plus where you are. As I said, I'm not the greatest destroyer player. I class myself as a good to very good player on occasion, but a lot of it comes down to how your team will support you and the balance of ships in the game. If you've got 1 destroyer and 8 battleships, it's going to be a torpedo fest. But you still need to push these caps in domination. It is points that do not require you to kill ships. Now, if you look out there, I think it's in Nuremberg, he was the one that was spamming HE at that Weimar the whole time. It is very obvious where the carrier is. And rather than sort of, let's say, come back and support me and perhaps, protect the carrier from the Leander, he's running for the back of the map for the carrier. So I'm the one that's got my ass hanging in the wind with the carrier onto me. I feel that I'm out of range now of that Leander, but that Leander is running down our carrier. And like I said, there's a lot of points in that carrier. We've got a good lead now. We've got over 200 points in the lead. We've got 3 caps, and there we go. The carrier is spotted by the Nuremberg, and I'm thinking, I'm on 4 kills here. Can I get into range for torpedoes, or can I get guns on? But no, look, I'm being harassed. The carrier is harassing me. While he's focused on me, he's not focused on the Nuremberg. And that Nuremberg is going to whale shots out there. I'm out of gun range. I'm out of torpedo range. And a Kraken would be absolutely wonderful, to be honest. So I'm just checking my gun and torp range there and thinking, have I got enough time to get this closed down? The carrier's still on me. He seems to have switched his attention to the Nuremberg. Can we get within gun range and get a few sneaky shots on and whisk this one away from the Nuremberg? It's debatable, isn't it? It's debatable, but I'm confident that this is not going to be a defeat for us. I've got a terribly slow reload on these guns, and although they do hit hard, that guy has got his engines running, he's riding the line, which makes it very, very difficult to place the shots. The Nuremberg has a much better reload, he's got torpedoes on, and he finally picks up the kill, and there goes the Kraken. With seconds left on the clock, we're going to turn back in. We're expecting one more run from the carrier, but he goes after the Nuremberg, and as expected, that cruiser kills our carrier, who, if he'd had moved much earlier in the game, may have survived that one. But it was good to see that battleship go out for a detonation as part of that double strike. It was a very sweet, decisive move on my part. I did enjoy pulling that one, especially when I didn't expect to survive going round that corner. But we did, and we took control of that game, repeating the mantra: spot, capture, kill, repeat. Just under 80,000 damage, 4 kills, 3 solo caps, 2,914 base XP. There's our Nuremberg with 2,194 and his 2 kills. I hope you've enjoyed watching this one. It was a fun one to play. Shame it didn't end in a crack in the way. Sorry to get your hopes up, guys. But hang around. Click one of these links, and don't forget, smash that like button, leave me a comment what you thought of the game, and if you haven't done so, please do subscribe to the channel and help me on the way to 800. Until next time, take care and goodbye.